Hello and welcome to my completely average game review show. Today we'll be reviewing this game right here, Lunar Dragon Song. Alright, first of all, first of all, it is the prequel to one of my favorite games, Lunar Silver Star Story, complete. The PS1 version. I haven't actually played the Sega CD version, which I should because I do like the game so much. And also its sequel, Eternal Blue, complete. I think they said Lunar Dragon Song takes place in the 10,000 years before Lunar. I think it says in the manual or something. Um, no, it doesn't really actually say so, but it takes place a long time before the original Lunar game, and starts out pretty okay, I guess. Your character Jin and Lucia, which is no relationship to Eternal Blue Lucia, are in this port town of Cirrus, and he's supposed to meet her at this fountain, and typical RPG fare. He gets her laid, blah 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 blah. She's not there, and he has to go find her, and then they find each other, and then the quest begins. Well, that's pretty much the highlight of the game, the beginning. Because once you start out, there's literally no story whatsoever. Like, no story. I'm talking about, like, no story. Yeah. So, while you go and you fight monsters in this first dungeon, it's a forest, but you know how RPGs are dungeon. And so you think, oh, well, my character's moving pretty slow, so I think I'm gonna run. No, you can't run because you lose health. The creators of the game, is it Japan Arts Media and Game Arts, which made games like Grandia and the original Lunar games, which were fantastic games. I don't know why, but for some reason when Ubisoft gets involved, they make games suck. So the developmental team, they thought it would be a great idea to make a game where you can't run without losing health. I don't know why not. So, well, you decide, okay, well, I can't run, so I'll walk, and you're at a slow pace. Yeah, so, well, yeah, slow walk. And you get in your first battle, and oh, it looks pretty cool. The battle graphics are pretty cool. The sprite animations look alright. It's split across the two screens, so it looks really weird when you have a small monster who's like most of his body is like in the bottom screen, and you have like the very tip of his head is in the top screen. It looks really wonky. The bigger enemies, it actually looks pretty decent and take up both screens. Well, you can't select your target. You select attack, and it'll usually go for the weakest one that you don't want to kill off first, because the more powerful ones beat the crap out of you. So they thought, oh well, let's make it so you can't target your enemy, but they can gang up on you, which kind of sucks. But I guess the game does make up for it. They make the main character pretty overly strong. It's like your party, they can only attack once, and you can attack like a lot of times, like 2, 3, whatever times, because he attacks with his hands and he attacks with his feet. I don't know why. He does a lot of handstands. And then your party, they suck with damage wise. Most of them you're gonna use them for healing and whatnot, which you can select who to heal, which would be really bad if they decided not to. I think not until you get to forget the name because the game's so bad. Gabriel or Gabby. When you get to her, she's probably the only other party member that does some sort of decent, permanent party member that does some sort of decent, because, spoiler alert, one of your party members gets captured and the other one dies. Well, they don't say that he dies outright, but he dies. I mean, come on. He dies. He's dead. Bye. He's dead. And then, it's pretty much the main aspects of the game. Story, like I said, is non-existent. Gameplay is pretty bad. Music is okay. The battle theme is actually pretty good. It is pretty annoying lately, and I started to try to beat the enemies before the it has the beginning of the song and then it starts the main song, and I always try to beat it before the main part of the song starts. But usually that doesn't happen because you can't select targets. So it'll you'll hit the weak one and then it'll take some time. Even with the turbo, you push the right shoulder button. Even with the turbo, it still takes forever to battle. And I don't know why. I think it's because the game developers thought, well, our game's probably like 9 hours long. Let's make it 20. So let's draw it out completely, and then made a lot of people mad, myself included. The only reason why I finished the game is because I wanted to finish the game. I wanted to see how the ending was. Well, to those who have not played the game, there is no ending. Basically, it just stops. Like, you had the final boss battle, and you think it's going to be awesome, and just this big battle with the main bad guy, and nope. Well, he falls off the side of the tower, per se. Well, you go to rescue him, he says, no, I don't want you to rescue me, blah, 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 and he dies. And that's the end of the story, end of the game. And then you have like an epilogue where you're friends and the girl, you rescue the girl, and they're all right, and everything's fantastic, and peaches and creams, but it's kind of a slap in the face to people who actually did finish the game, because you would figure, well, maybe the ending's gonna pick up, maybe it's gonna be great, and no, it just ends, and then you just want to punch the people in the face. But I'm not gonna do that, because, well, whatever. And to the people who did play the game, I feel your pain. I feel it inside my esophagus. And that's pretty much it. That's my review of Lunar Dragon Song for the Nintendo DS. A little side note, this was the first main, like, real RPG for the DS system, 2005, 2004. And it was Lunar Genesis around the world in Europe and whatnot. Well, they decided to name it Dragon Song, which it really doesn't have anything to do with Dragon Songs, because if they wanted to play on the words DS, so, oh, it's so funny, awesome. But in reality, the name doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think Lunar Genesis would have sounded a little better. I guess people would be confused, but why is it not on the Genesis? I don't know what to do with games, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I need to pick this up for my son. He likes video games. And, yeah, that pretty much ends my review, and sorry I'm not some fantastic, awesome viewer. It's my first review, so hopefully it's cool. But thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day, because you're awesome.